Subramanian Swamy and Randeep Singh Surjewala of the Congress, the BJP, Gaurav Bhatia of the Samajwadi Party, Kiran Bedi, who is with Team Anna, supports Narendra Modi. Sankarshan Thakur, Roving Editor of the Telegraph, Capt Gopinath, who is a spirited and independent member of the Aam Aadmi Party, is increasingly getting frustrated with their actions. And my first question is to Arun Bhatia, who is a former IAS officer and is a supporter of the Aam Aadmi Party. He's the pro-AAP voice tonight. So, Arun Bhatia, this is now proven. This is now proven, you see. There is a minister who goes, as per this written testimony before a magistrate, I'm not making it up. A minister takes a mob, they carry long sticks with them, long sticks. Okay? And the minister is at the head of the mob. Okay? Then they go, they start harassing these women. And then they start beating these women with these long sticks. Then they tell these women that you leave the country. And if you don't leave the country, we will start killing you one by one. We will start killing you one by one. Okay? Now it's not acceptable to me. Acceptable to you? That this man continues facing such serious charges and continues to be law minister of a state?
Okay. Sir, the answer is like this. If this man entered the premises at night where there were women, if he did that, he is wrong, he should be prosecuted.
He didn't enter,
no
he took a group of people with long sticks. Yeah. He got the people and the companions of those women beaten up. And then this group of which he was allegedly the leader says, we will start killing you. We will kill you one by one. And the woman says, I saw this man on television. I saw this man on television. The Delhi police came and saved us from this mob. Now you tell me, sir, acceptable to you that this man continues to face such charges and be the law minister of a state?
Of course not. He should be asked to resign and he should be prosecuted. There's no question about that. How can you have people
when
like
Arvind
this
Kejriwal refuses to do it, when Arvind Kejriwal refuses to do it, is Arvind Kejriwal being hypocritical?
If Arvind Kejriwal refuses to do it, Arvind Kejriwal is wrong. We are here to support Aam Aadmi in its ideology, not the mistakes of individuals. Yes, Arvind Kejriwal is wrong, very wrong. If this minister, on a prima facie inquiry, it turns out that this man did this, he prodded these women with the sticks, and he said, I'll kill you. End of matter. Prosecute him, make him resign. Just file an FIR and put the police on him. No question about it. But if we mix all this up and defame an entire movement because one law minister misbehaves like this, I'm not...
No, what do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, 1 second. First of all, I'm not... Nobody's... the question and the pointed question is this, okay? Arun Bhatia. Yes. And you may have noticed.
Sir.
You may have noticed that the Aam Aadmi Party has not sent a spokesperson, official spokesperson. You're not an official spokesperson, you're a supporter.
Yes.
You don't know what? They have not sent one on this channel, right? Yeah. And I hope, and I sent an SMS. I sent an SMS to them saying that, you know, even if just because we are being critical does not mean that you say your people cannot come on this channel. Right? You get my point.
Sir?
You get my point. I am asking you today. I am simply asking you today.
Yes.
That Arvind Kejriwal, when a minister, there was a sting operation done on a minister's NGO, right? Arvind Kejriwal's argument was that the law minister of India, whose NGO was allegedly involved in these charges, should resign, right? So, Mr. Bhatia, today a law minister of Delhi is accused of leading a mob that assaults and beats up women and threatens to kill these people one by one if they don't leave the country, and Arvind Kejriwal does nothing, does absolutely nothing. Okay, Mr. Bhatia, does absolutely nothing. Why do you say I'm passing judgment? Where am I passing judgment? I'm asking a question. I'm comparing what he did then and what he's doing now.
Very simple and very brief. Arvind Kejriwal is totally wrong if he doesn't send his spokesman to defend the party on such channels.
No,
I am not a member of the party.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I support.
I
1
agree
minute,
with
sir. No, sir, please, come. Sir, come on. Give me a chance. You asked me a long question.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I'm answering the second part. That actually we feel let down. That guys like me have to come on television and defend this ideology of the Aam Aadmi Party to which we are wedded in thought and by heart. And they are not sending their own spokesman. I feel bad about that, number one. Number two, as far as the law minister is concerned, sir, clearly I've said that this is criminal action on his part. We don't want a minister sitting who does that. The goons do this on the street.
That's the point. Arun Bhatia, thank you for your candor, but what are we seeing here today? No, what are we seeing here today? Sankarshan, how do you see what's going on?
Yeah, we are seeing a mistake.
Oh, we are seeing a mistake, but nobody has accepted a mistake. Arvind Kejriwal has not accepted a mistake. Yogendra Yadav has not accepted a mistake.
That is wrong.
Prashant Bhushan has not accepted a mistake.
That is wrong of him.
None of them have accepted a mistake, have they? They defend this man. What's it? Sankarshan Thakur. Do you think Arvind will be forced to reconsider his rigid position?
I have no idea whether he will be forced to or not. 2 points. One of the things that why this is a party with a difference is that, and what disturbs him about the Aam Aadmi Party is that it considers itself the exclusive force of good, and everyone else on the political spectrum is a force of evil. So whenever you question them, you ask them hard things, you criticize them, they will refuse to engage. As if, you know, and I think that is undemocratic. This kind of intolerance has been visible with the Aam Aadmi Party's spokesman and its leaders for a very, very long time. Two, the kind of things that Delhi's law minister has been seen on tape saying is a criminal offense in most parts of the world now.
Absolutely.
It is a criminal offense. You know, he has been issuing racist expletives. He has been encouraging a kind of xenophobia in Khirki village. If there is any kind of violation of the law in Khirki village, as there well might be, the law needs to deal with that. But vigilante activism, a mob led by the law minister of the state, is absolutely unacceptable. And Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, if he is the chief minister with a difference, should have acted a long time ago. It's already too late.
Subramanian Swamy, Capt Gopinath, Gaurav Bhatia, let's get everyone in. Let's start with you, Subramanian Swamy. The question of whether it behoves a state minister to be behaving like this, to lead a mob, threaten foreigners and say, you know, allow the mob to say, I'm going to kill people. We're going to kill you. That's not even a question right now, Subramanian Swamy. But how is this carrying on unchecked? Do we leave this now to the individual conscience of Arvind Kejriwal? Do we leave it to that, Dr. Swamy?
Well, you see, you have heard the Home Minister calling the Chief Minister a madman, and the Chief Minister saying that I am an anarchist. So why should you expect anything better? It is for the Congress Party to answer. If the Chief Minister is indeed mad, and I would perhaps I think there will be very few people today in India who would disagree with that, then what is the Congress Party doing propping them up? Now, not only that, he took an oath of office for uphold the Constitution, he breaks the law.
Yeah.
Then he says takes an oath on secrecy, and he has files on the road, and they are examining the secret files of the government on the road with people peeping over his shoulder looking at the files. Now, these are all anarchic symptoms, and it's part of their ideology. I don't know what their ideology is in terms of presentation, but we know that they are committed to the left radical ideology.
Who's committed? No, where does this left radical ideology creep up always in your arguments, Mr. Dr. Subramanian Swamy? Let's remain focused, please. You know, any opportunity that you get.
You can see from what they are saying.
No, this is not about... now you will start calling people Naxalites. No, one minute.
They don't believe in the integrity of the country. They don't believe in the integrity of the country.
No, no.
That's the first
There's no reason to say that. Now you're just going wild. You're going wild. These are wild allegations. You're just going wild.
I don't know what you mean by wild. I think you are wild.
You are completely. What is this? Why don't you criticize the Congress and the BJP in the same terms? Criticize the Congress and the BJP in the same terms. The scandal.
I think the Congress is stupid.
Yeah, don't be that one-sided. No. Stick to the point. Be focused. Don't make wild allegations.
I have my opinion.
Totally
I don't have to have your opinion. Remember that. That is another left-wing extremism.
No.
When your opinion is not accepted, it is left. You say don't be one-sided.
It's not fashionable to talk of left-wing. Every country, even Britain is left-wing.
They are left-wing. They are committed to left-wing ideology. This is part of what the Red Guards did in China.
America is left. In social welfare states, all states are inclined towards the left.
Am I asking you who's left and who's right? Am I asking you? No, am I asking you one? Gentlemen, please. Gentlemen, please. Am I asking you who's left of center, who's right of center?
No.
Is that the question today? The question today is only this. And I'm going to Kiran Bedi. And by the way, Randeep Singh Surjewala cannot let that question go unchallenged. But Kiran Bedi, the question is this. What are we discussing? There is a woman who has come out in a written testimony, testified in front of a magistrate. She has said that the law minister of the state is leading a group of people who come and assault me, right? Then they beat me up, they thrash my companions with long sticks, and they say we will start killing you one by one if you don't leave our country. That's the question today. Arvind Kejriwal then allows this law minister of it, and I'm sure the pictures which are completely laughable, Kiran Bedi, I'll play those pictures where Somnath Bharti loses his voice when our reporter Prema Sridevi confronts him. He says, and he's half laughing, half mocking. He says, I've lost my voice. He won't depose before the Women's Commission. Arvind Kejriwal won't say a word about him. So Kiran Bedi, do we leave this to Arvind Kejriwal's conscience? Do we leave it to that?
Arnab, where do we import courage from? Where do we import courage from? The point is, that is what is missing. This minister could have been arrested that night itself. Could the policeman have arrested him?
Should have been arrested.
Just because he defied him, the man has been moved out. Number one. He could have been arrested that night. Secondly, did the CM have courage to take action against his law minister? No. Instead, what did he do? He went on a dharna and called himself an anarchist, violated the rule of law.
Oh, yes.
Did the police commissioner have the courage to book him for violation of prohibitory orders?
No, who do you blame? You're pointing at the center.
Of looking away.
You're pointing at the center, Kiran Bedi, admit it. You're pointing at the center.
Can I complete?
Yeah, please.
Can I complete? I have been a deputy commissioner of police of a district. My SHOs have been arresting members of parliament. They did not come back to me saying, do we do it? Because they had been given the power to uphold the rule of law. And that I would stand by them.
Who's not giving them the powers in this case, Ms. Bedi? Who's taking away the powers? Are you accusing Sushil Kumar Shinde of hypocrisy, of calling Arvind Kejriwal mad on the one side while doing a complicit deal with him on the other? If you are saying so, you might as well say so directly.
No, I'm telling you, the system, the fact that the poor SHOs stood up has been moved out. How do you expect the SHOs to take action and uphold the rule of law? It is a system. Why has Kejriwal been allowed to continue violation of 144 for 2 long days?
Arun Bhatia.
Appeal when the government should have been dismissed.
I want Arun Bhatia to come into that.
When the government should have been dismissed by the President of India?
Yes, Arun.
Where is the courage?
Yes.
Courage to uphold the rule of law.
You take away that courage.
Yes.
You take away that courage to uphold the rule of law and the system will collapse. That's the same system. That's the same system, Arun Bhatia. That officers like you, when you took on the system, said we will fight to defend. Today, because you have political affiliations, you have suddenly become completely blind to the violation of that very system, which you once fought to defend, Mr. Arun Bhatia. Now, I'm sorry to say this with the utmost of respect to you. How much of a compromise is that, Mr. Bhatia? How much will you compromise?
Okay. Yeah, sure, I'll answer that. Only request is give me 20 seconds. Now, what you have done, in effect, is become personal, which is not the best thing to do on a channel.
I have not become personal. I have asked you a question.
Don't give a chance. No, let me finish. Let me finish. I can also turn down and say that you don't give a chance for us, people like me, to explain ourselves.
You had more of a chance. The Congress spokesperson hasn't even spoken.
1 minute. You can't get away with this. No. 1 minute.
Interrupted.
I have not gone back on.
Yeah, when I was speaking, you interrupted.
I have not gone back on my principles. Let me finish. No. This is not the way to conduct a civilized debate, Arnab. Come on, I have a lot of respect for you and what you're doing for this country. Let me speak after you passed a personal allegation. What do you think this is? You can just throw away honesty? I have not forsaken my principles. And 10 times on this channel right now I've said Kejriwal is wrong, the law minister is wrong, prosecute them, make him resign. Yesterday also I said section 144 has been violated, but there are two ways of doing it. I've also been a district magistrate in 5 districts. I've been a divisional commissioner in charge of 5 districts in Pune. When 144 is broken,
have you seen the video?
A choice.
Have you seen the video? Don't know. Have you seen the video? I'm sorry, sir. Have you seen the video? Have you seen the video and have you seen the language?
What are we
Have you seen the language that was used by Somnath Bharti about these women?
You are not letting me finish. I am talking of Kiran Bedi's point. Let me finish.
Okay, Kiran Bedi.
There are two options for the police. Either you make immediate arrest on the spot, or if the situation is controlled, you can prosecute Kejriwal today also. Put an FIR against him today also. Issue an arrest warrant today also.
Where is the arrest warrant? Where is the arrest warrant? I'm asking Randeep Surjewala today because the accusation will be put at Randeep Surjewala. And it's been put by Subramanian Swamy already. Where is the arrest warrant? Why is the Delhi police not acted?
Arnab,
no. Why has the Delhi police not acted against Somnath Bharti? Are you holding them back?
Shri Subramanian Swamy has to start using more temperate language. To call political parties Maoists, he just said that the Congress... I take very serious offense to that. It's time that he apologized.
Who?
It's time that Shri Subramanian Swamy apologized to the nation as also to the Congress party for his remarks. They are all recorded. I heard them. I expect Shri Subramanian Swamy to conduct himself. He is much elder in age to me. We respect him for his age, but I'm sorry, I think he has lost all respect for his self-professed eloquence or high academics. If he is going to use such intemperate language for a party that brought independence to this nation, which was formed in 1885, we just heard on your channel, and I expect, Arnab, that you would at least on your channel not permit use of such snide remarks, intemperate and offensive language from the BJP spokesperson.
Now, Randeep Surjewala, you have with the craft acquired by a practiced spokesperson, and I am not here to advocate for Subramanian Swamy. I can tell you he is eminently capable of defending himself.
I'm saying is
No. I'm paying you a compliment, Randeep. I'm paying you a compliment.
I respect you, but Mr. Subramanian Swamy has to know what kind of language to use for his political opponents.
Okay, so now you don't.
We always use G or Mr. for him, as also for all their leaders. Is that the way to address political parties?
Okay, now I just want to ask you, I'm very curious.
It is unacceptable conduct.
Randeep, first of all, Randeep,
both to your viewers,
Randeep Surjewala, Mr. Surjewala, 1 minute, please, allow me, no, Subramanian Swamy must defend himself. Sir, 1 minute, Mr. Surjewala. Mr. Surjewala, I can understand. One second. By the way, I'm paying you a compliment. With the deft craft acquired by a practiced spokesperson, only yesterday, once again reiterated by the Congress party that Randeep Surjewala is one of the leading spokespersons of the Congress party. You have avoided my question.
I condemn, and Congress party has condemned what Mr. Bharti has done.
You have avoided.
Mr. Subramanian Swamy has done on your channel within.
Okay. Now you know what. I know what you are doing. I know what you are doing. No, 1 second. Randeep, are we discussing Subramanian Swamy? We are not. Do we want to go back to the subject? We do.
But we have to have.
We do want to go back to the subject.
Of debate.
Yes, we want to, but will you let me debate what we came here to debate?
And I demand it, Arnab.
Okay, now 1 second. First of all, Randeep, I want 20 seconds, okay? I don't say this very often, but I'm asking you for 20 seconds, okay, Randeep? So here's my 20 seconds, right? Right? And I will, at the end of my 20 seconds, get Subramanian Swamy to respond to you. My 20 seconds starts now. Randeep, what do you call the language used by Sushil Kumar Shinde, who has, in a colloquialism that surprised some and shocked many, described the Chief Minister of Delhi as a yeda, which translates into mad? How does that compare? Do you and will you, on this program, condemn the language used by a Home Minister who described Arvind Kejriwal as a yeda? First answer that, and then I'll get Subramanian Swamy to answer the rest.
Mr. Arnab Goswami, I only saw the wordings on your channel. The niceties of a local dialect cannot be translated in toto. Mr. Sushil Kumar Shinde is an extremely seasoned leader. So, even when Mr. Kejriwal was using intemperate language, both for the Home Minister as also for leader of opposition, was still addressing him as G.
Okay, now fine.
However, that does
fine.
not
So I'm not saying no. If it's G, then should he say?
Also, the fact that Shri Subramanian Swamy has to
I don't understand. I don't understand the use of the suffix G. No. If you are saying, I don't understand this. On a lighter note, so Randeep,
fair commentary.
Randeep has totally hijacked this discussion and taken it to another level. Now Subramanian Swamy will respond. On a lighter note, I only say this to you, Randeep. First of all, come on. If somebody says I put the suffix G to everything, if you say, oh, I called him Yeda, so next time I'll call him Yeda G. Will that make it a better comment? Subramanian Swamy is responding to you. Subramanian Swamy to Randeep Surjewala directly, please, one-on-one. Go ahead. Subramanian Swamy, you want to take back, you want to apologize?
Well, you see, the Congress spokesman is in a difficult position, and therefore he's using the classic tactic of diversionary tactics. You see, the crucial question that Congress has to answer is that
let him reply. He's replying to you.
Now, don't interrupt. I did not interrupt you. You learn some culture also. Learn not to interrupt. You learn some culture too.
No way, no. Sir,
now, the thing is that the Home Minister has... Now, what is this going on?
Let him reply. Don't you let Subramanian Swamy respond. He listened to you. He listened to you. Otherwise, he listened to you, sir.
That you said sorry, you stop using intemperate language. I know that is the BJP culture, sir, and that is what you will continue to use.
Now you let him reply and then we'll move on to the debate. Now he's going to respond. Randeep Surjewala, please don't reply. Respond. Yeah, Subramanian Swamy, you respond and then we'll move on. We need to move on from this.
You see, this diversionary tactics of the Congress spokesman is because they are now faced with this question. The Home Minister calls the Chief Minister as a madman, and the Chief Minister says that I am an anarchist. Now, in a civilized world, why would a government, why would a party support a government which they consider the leader to be a madman? And after he confesses to be an anarchist, and he breaks the law, he comes on the streets, he reads the files on the streets. His ministers are behaving so badly that the whole world is laughing at us. So I think the Congress party should answer this fundamental question. Why are they supporting the armed party in power?
Why don't you answer the fundamental question that Mr. Arnab Goswami asked you, sir? And I don't think the Minister said it or not. You on this channel called the Chief Minister of Delhi a madman just a little while ago. Is that the kind of temperate language that you use, sir? Is that
I think now we are moving on.
I didn't call him. I said Mr. Shinde called him.
Party? No, you just
I said Mr. Shinde called him a madman. I think you're not paying attention or you're hard of hearing.
Say sorry to the Congress party.
I think we'll go in. One check. I think we are losing focus, gentlemen. We are losing focus with respect to you. I want to go across to Gaurav Bhatia and Captain Gopinath, who haven't even come to the debate. Arun Bhatia, remember tonight.
Minimum that we deserve.
Remember tonight.
That you need to say sorry not only to the nation.
So here's Gaurav Bhatia. Gaurav Bhatia, how do you view this? Gaurav Bhatia of the Samajwadi Party. Let someone else come in. Gaurav.
See, Arnab, it is very important to first see that we are talking about the law minister of Delhi. We are not talking about any ordinary person. Law minister has a great responsibility to shoulder. He has taken oath under the constitution. And what does our constitution say? I would like to just mention Article 21, which talks about personal liberty, the right to life and personal liberty, and it is available to every person. The term used there is every person and not citizen. The framers of the constitution wanted to ensure that this right to life and personal liberty is available to the citizens as well as other persons, which includes foreigners. And our law minister of Delhi should know that foreigners also have the right to life and personal liberty. And where he has acted illegally is, again, Section 41 gives the discretion to the police officer to arrest or not to arrest, not to the law minister. In fact, law minister was obstructing the police officer in executing his duties, and the police officer could have actually arrested the law minister. Now, the larger question is that should he not resign for all the illegalities that he has done?
Why should it be a question of why should it be a question of his resigning? Why he will not resign? Arvind Kejriwal will protect him. Even if Arvind Kejriwal knows there's a written testimony.
Why he should resign? He should resign because he has committed an offence, one, and secondly because he is holding a constitutional position, and if he
he won't resign because Arvind Kejriwal, Gaurav,
then he ought to resign.
Arvind Kejriwal will see this as a loss of ego. It will hurt Arvind Kejriwal's hubris if he makes him resign. One second. Arun Bhatia wants to respond to you. Captain Gopinath, feel free to come in. Gaurav,
no, Arnab, one more
Arun
point.
Bhatia before that.
We have not even
just a short
one case.
Give a chance.
Yes, sir. Just
the same law minister who has also tampered with evidence.
1 second, Arun Bhatia, go ahead.
So even that is a serious charge against him.
Sir, if it's a question of using bad language, threats and all the rest of it, the foreign minister of the Congress party used the words कि हम खून में दिखाएंगे when the Aam Aadmi Party wanted to go into his constituency. Did he resign? Was there so much debate? खून से दिखाएंगे. It's a clear threat.
Aam Aadmi Party is no different. Two wrongs don't make a right, Mr. Bhatia.
No, you keep on hammering me with that. I'm sorry. I subscribe to the ideology of anti-corruption.
I'm not hammering.
I am saying that judge them all by the same yardstick. Same yardstick, Arnab.
Yes, I use the
same yardstick, Arnab.
I use the same yardstick. I agree with you. No, 1 second. I use the same yardstick.
You are not using
the same yardstick.
Ask the Congress to apologize.
One second. On the program tonight,
पूछो कांग्रेस को apology देने को.
Arun Bhatia says, Congress को पूछिए apology देने को. First of all, I'll get the Congress. But Arun Bhatia, you remember Arun Bhatia? Do you remember what Arvind Kejriwal said at that time? Arvind Kejriwal said, Salman Khurshid, you have no right to continue. Resign. At that point of time, and even earlier,
he said that.
So he,
खून में दिखाएंगे is not the same as saying resign. Arnab, what are you doing?
Question is in
English. खून की धमकी is मारने की धमकी. Is murder की धमकी.
In May last year, if your memory,
क्या बात कर रहे हैं आप?
If you remember, एक मिनट, मुझे पता है मैं क्या बात कर रहा हूँ. May last year, a member of the Aam Aadmi Party, he called for the sacking of Pawan Kumar Bansal in the railgate incident. Right? Now one of his own ministers stands accused. Now,
at that time, why was he not condemned? Are
you saying?
Okay.
I mean, please.
Condemn him today.
I'm asking you today. What's wrong with you, Arun Bhatia? You have fought this. All these.
What is wrong with you, Arnab?
Today you have fought all these inequities in the system.
Small words and making a mountain out of it.
Today I'm asking you.
What are we discussing?
I am asking you, Arun Bhatia. Mr. Bhatia, 1 minute.
Who called who mad?
Mr. Bhatia.
Subramanian Swamy said
Mr. Bhatia,
understand.
First of all, Captain Gopinath with
time on
What does Mr. Bhatia want to say about the serious allegation of tampering of evidence? Is that not serious?
Of course it's wrong. Who is defending it?
Yes. So why shouldn't he resign
then? The files are on the street. I didn't know that. It is wrong. Arrest the people who brought the file on the street. Arrest them now. But don't kill the anti-corruption movement.
No, 1 second.
Don't
use. No, I'm
sabotaging.
No, but why does the Aam Aadmi Party then take the high moral ground when their own law minister is doing illegal deeds and he's not being asked to resign?
We are saying it's wrong. Talk of citizens like us. We want honesty. We are saying it's wrong. इनको सुधारो. आम आदमी पार्टी
we are very
पार्टी को आगे चलने दो.
Mr. Bhatia, please. First of all, Captain Gopinath will respond to you. Do not make this mistake. You see today. No, Captain Arun Bhatia, let the others come in.
No, you can't dismiss them like
Arun Bhatia, 1 minute. Captain Gopinath, is it right for Arun Bhatia to use the argument of the anti-corruption movement to defend Somnath Bharti? When you're fighting the anti-corruption movement, does it give you the right? Does it?
I'm talking of the movement.
Mr. Bhatia, does an if you are an anti-corruption crusader, allow me please.
Somnath Bharti to jail today. He is not my uncle.
Mr. Bhatia, Captain Gopinath from Bangalore is also a member of the Aam Aadmi Party.
Somnath Bharti.
Mr. Bhatia, Mr. Bhatia, please.
I implore you to send him to jail.
I am not to send him to jail either.
Make a distinction. Don't condemn the movement.
Arnab doesn't have the power to
may be wrong. Bharti may be.
You see, there are only two people. There are only two people.
For the first time in the history of this country,
sir, there are only. Mr. Bhatia, you are getting unnecessarily exercised.
We can't kill it like that.
Mr. Bhatia, you are getting unnecessarily worked up. Only two people. No.
You bet I am, Arnab. Normally you get that way.
Captain Gopinath, also a member of the Aam Aadmi Party, wants to respond to you. Yes, Captain Gopinath.
Yeah, I just want to make a respond and leave after this. I think we're all losing focus. I think the main issue was, should Somnath Bharti resign for his conduct, both the way he behaved by taking law into his own hands and become himself a cop. And I think, to be fair to Arun Bhatia, he has very clearly said he should resign. He is also saying he is a supporter of the party. He is not a member of the party. I am a member of the party, and I am expressing my dissent. And I said this to both Prashant Bhushan and others on the TV channels, and I also wrote about it. I think there is a gulag mentality in the Aam Aadmi Party now, which is if you disagree with me, then you're against the party. And if you're against the party, you're anti-state. And I think the Aam Aadmi Party must now listen, the leadership has listened. There is a blatant violation, both in his conduct and his speech. And if you are asking the Delhi cops, whom you have made a scapegoat by making them resign, because they could interfere with evidence, interfere with witnesses, then I think in fair measure, to be just, you should also suspend Somnath Bharti till the investigation is over. I think Arun Bhatia has completely agreed with that, and he said he should resign.
No, you didn't hear his complete statement. No, 1 second. You didn't hear his complete statement.
No, but he also said, Arun Bhatia, 1 second.
No, you
Arun Bhatia also said.
You know, Arnab, you know what I think. Tell me.
I know what you said.
1 second, let me complete. I want to leave now. I want to complete.
Tell me.
Let me say what Arun Bhatia said. 1 second, Arun Bhatia. Arun Bhatia also said, I'm an admirer of the Aam Aadmi Party for the simple reason that many of us are supporting it and joined it in hundreds and thousands because they stood for corruption and they stood for humility. And I think somewhere along the way that humility is getting lost. Somewhere along the way people are trying to say, okay, since Congress did it, since BJP did it, I could also do it. I think the argument that is coming out is, did not Salman Khurshid do the same thing, so I can also do the same thing. So I think we should all step back a bit. We should not get personal on each other. The focus must be that Arvind Kejriwal, in my opinion, should not have come on the street. He should not have come on the street. He had taken a pledge to govern, and his cabinet has taken a pledge to govern. By coming on the street, he has reneged on that pledge. He should have resigned as a chief minister and gone on the dharna. And he should have asked the cabinet to continue to function from the office, because they have given an oath that they are going to govern Delhi. So from that point of view, I feel that it is a mistake.
Chief Minister,
they should correct themselves, listen to the people.
Captain
No,
Gopinath,
I should appoint another chief minister.
No, Captain Gopinath.
Chief minister.
Captain Gopinath is good. No, 1 second. Captain Gopinath, good. You're sounding very reasonable. But you know what? I cannot understand this equation being made between saying we are an anti-corruption movement, don't destroy the movement. We are an anti-corruption movement. I am asking Arun Bhatia today, who seems to forget what he just said a few minutes back. How does being a member of the anti-corruption movement or saying that I'm an anti-corruption crusader allow you to go ahead with big sticks, beat up people you want, right? Thrash women.
Yes.
Tell them to get out of the country, and then say, 1 minute, don't stop me, Arun Bhatia. Don't have this George Bush philosophy, and then say, we will kill you one by one. Can any anti-corruption crusader in this country go ahead and tell people to leave the country, or he'll start killing them one by one? What kind of logic is that? What kind of logic is that?
That's about the logic. Can I answer?
Don't hide behind the anti-corruption argument, please. Don't do that.
Can I answer?
But don't hide behind that argument.
Can I answer, Arnab?
Of course you can.
Or are you again bullying me? Are you again bullying me, or can I answer?
I am asking you the question directly, please.
Give me time to answer. Number one.
Please, let's get everyone to speak.
Number one, listen. Now listen. Number one, I think you are terribly confused. When you talk of a movement, you talk of the movement and its ideology. You don't talk of 5, 10, 20 guys who make a mistake, who may be criminals, who may be bad guys.
Okay.
You cannot condemn a movement just because Kejriwal is wrong.
I'm only asking what action you are taking.
I'm saying for the
I'm asking what
Sankarshan, send him to jail now.
Sankarshan, you are getting, please understand this. Nobody, Mr. Arun Bhatia, Mr. Arun Bhatia, Mr. Bhatia, you expect us.
I have a small question to ask Mr.
Yeah,
Bhatia.
go ahead, Sankarshan.
Yeah, do.
Since he's saying, and I respect that. I respect
give
that.
Me time to
that
reply.
view,
Let's
that
have a one-to-one.
Any movement. I agree that any movement against. I'm not interested in one-to-ones. I'm just asking a question. I agree that any movement or any effort to remove corruption should be lauded, supported, encouraged, all of those things.
Of course.
I am wondering, in this case, now that we are debating the conduct of the law minister of Mr. Kejriwal's cabinet, who is knocking that movement? Who knocked the law over the last 2 days?
It was the government.
Did I do it?
Yes.
Did Arnab Goswami do it?
Yes.
I mean, who did it? Why are we raising these questions? Why did the Delhi chief minister called himself an anarch, violated the law, his law minister committed a whole series of violations which are unspeakable, Mr. Bhatia.
Yes.
And you are saying don't knock the movement. Who is knocking the movement? You tell me.
Itna lamba question. Make your question short.
अरे आप बहुत बोले भाटिया साहब, बहुत भाटिया बोले. Rhetoric भी कोई चीज होती है.
1 minute. Yes. These people are weakening the movement. You've come to the point now. These people are weakening the movement when they misbehave in
Who are these people?
When they say utterances without responsibility, when they try and break the law, they are weakening the movement. So I say criticize the people. Let's try and strengthen the movement.
Yes, but you know exactly, 1 second, who are the people? The person is Arvind Kejriwal. The person we are not talking.
That this program is talking about.
I'm not a politician.
We're getting response. Gaurav Bhatia wants to come in. 1 second. Gaurav Bhatia, back to the debate. Yes, Gaurav.
Yeah. Mr. Bhatia, please understand, nobody is criticizing the people who have been behind any movement. What we are criticizing is the hypocrisy of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, who is the Aam Aadmi Party leader and the Chief Minister of the state, when he asked for resignations from other party leaders on various utterances. But when it comes to his law minister, and not just the illegalities in relation to the Nigerian women, but also, why are we also forgetting there is enough proof that he tampered with evidence and the court gave a verdict on it.
Kiran Bedi, the argument is given, don't hurt the movement, but who's hurting the movement? Is it not Kejriwal? Is it not Bhartiya? Isn't it all the people who are supporting them and saying to the rest of the people in this country, a minister can go around leading a murderous mob and even be accused of threatening, allowing that mob to kill people one by one? Arun Bhatia says, don't criticize them beyond the point it will hurt the movement. Kiran Bedi, your response to Arun Bhatia.
Wrong. Distortion. Oh, 1 minute, Arnab. You can't get away with this nonsense.
I speak only when somebody
I said for the 100th time, send them to jail. Send them to jail.
Kiran Bedi, quickly. Kiran Bedi, quickly.
I'm not defending them. I'm not defending them.
Can Mr. Bhatia give others a chance?
1 second. Kiran Bedi, please.
Yeah, I'll give them a chance, but he cannot make this type of force.
Kiran Bedi, please.
To give others a chance. No, if he is
I cannot speak if Mr. Bhatia is speaking.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make a request. Okay, Mr. Bhatia, you have to listen to the other side, so I'm making a request. Randeep Surjewala has to answer. Randeep Surjewala has to answer why the centre is doing very little. And Kiran Bedi has to respond to you. Kiran Bedi, I seek your permission. I'll take a very short break and then I'm going to come back to you and Mr. Surjewala in just a few minutes. I'm extending the debate by 10 more minutes. Kiran Bedi, Randeep Surjewala, thanks for your patience. I'm back in a few minutes. Well, originally in the manifesto of the Aam Aadmi Party, it was stated, Arun Bhatia gets very angry when he's asked these questions here today, but he must be reminded nevertheless.
No,
Kiran Bedi takes the question. Kiran Bedi, originally in the manifesto of the Aam Aadmi Party, it was stated, right, that if there is somebody who is accused of any serious offence, he will not even be nominated as a member, as a candidate in an election. Now, I don't know. I certainly think, and I don't know whether Aam Aadmi Party supporters think so or not, I certainly think that the accusation of thrashing women with long sticks, threatening them, telling them to leave the country, leading a mob and then saying otherwise we'll kill you one by one is a fairly serious allegation. But clearly that part of the manifesto has been forgotten. Kiran Bedi, Arun Bhatia takes cover under the argument it will affect the movement. I'd like to get you to respond. Kiran Bedi.
Arnab, the movement for Arvind Kejriwal has already moved to political governance. It's now gone movement to political governance. Ever since he got elected and took the oath to be the chief minister, he's now sworn to govern and administer. Problem is that he's a confused man. One of the definition, meaning of anarchism is also when you're confused. He's confused. He does not know when to govern and when to go back to Andolan. I think last weeks, since he's here, he's been confused. He's been going back to Andolan more than governance. Had he had governance, the law minister would have been arrested. And he would have delivered justice to Delhi. I think that's the problem.
Okay.
He wants to stay in the Andolan and yet claim to govern. I think that's the problem. But I think that's the message he's giving. And every time our people have come on television, they said, "Hum to andolankari hain, hum to patience nahi hai, humko to nyay jaldi chahiye." This is the problem. I think they need to understand that they have moved from Andolan to governance and administration and delivering justice.
Before I go to Gaurav, Randeep Surjewala, my question to you is, it's easier, isn't it, Randeep? It's easier to call Arvind Kejriwal mad or a yeda, right, or something to that effect, than to actually tell the Delhi police to file an FIR against a person whose government you're supporting but who is accused of such serious charges. It's easier to use that language, Mr. Surjewala, than to actually act.
Let me very quickly answer two things. Here is a Home Minister in shape of Shri Somnath Bharti, who created a constitutional crisis by summoning all the district judges and embarrassed everybody. Here is a Home Minister who named the Danish woman who was raped in an official press release in contravention of the law. And I completely agree with what you were showing. Here is a law minister who barged into a household where there were women, even if they were of foreign origin, threatened to beat them up, physically manhandled, he and his people physically manhandled some of them, and issued illegal orders to the police. Here is a law minister whom the chief minister is defending. The ball lies in the court of the chief minister, and here is a law minister.
How does it lie in the court of the chief minister? How does it lie?
An FIR has been lodged.
How does it lie in the court of a chief minister?
FIR has been lodged. Against whom an FIR has been lodged, and victim has identified him in court. Now the ball lies in the court of the chief minister to take appropriate action. Having said that, Mr. Bhatia, just 1 second.
No, that's Sankarshan, not Mr. Bhatia.
I also want to point out, when you say the Home Minister has called him names, you and me both understand. Yeda in Marathi, Bawla in Haryanvi perhaps, means na samaj and not
maverick, yes.
So let us be fair to Home Minister of the country.
Oh, so he was complimenting. You are saying the Home Minister was complimenting Arvind Kejriwal. Fine.
If somebody does not have appropriate understanding of the constitutional rigors and law or acts in negation thereof.
Subramanian Swamy. No, one sec. Before I go to Subramanian Swamy.
Please do not misunderstand. And before you go to Subramanian Swamy ji, I must say with folded hands to him, he must apologize today on your channel to Congress party, to you Shri Arnab Goswami, as also to all your viewers, for the intemperate language that he used against Delhi Chief Minister, because he is the one who in English called the Delhi Chief Minister mad. He is the one who called names to Congress party. We expect that from it's the BJP culture we know.
Again you are changing the subject.
And better use
of language. This is the second time.
And better civility from an educated person like Mr. Swamy. So I think he should begin by apologizing to you, to the Congress party, and to
Randeep Surjewala. Randeep Surjewala, thank you for this feeble attempt at taking over as the anchor of the Newshour. I will not allow you, Mr. Surjewala. Randeep Surjewala, the question is...
Nobody can replace you.
No, the question is this.
And you would not even think of.
The question is this. Here is a police commissioner who takes no action when women are beaten up. Here is a home minister who takes no action when a woman is threatened to be killed. Here is a home minister who allows a government supported by his own party to have ministers who lead mobs. And here is a minister who says, I'll look the other way because it's convenient to me now. Subramanian Swamy is responding. Subramanian Swamy to Randeep Surjewala.
Yeah, if Mr. Surjewala can keep silent for a few minutes, I'll answer. The fact is that the police of Delhi is under the union government. So if the union government tells the Delhi police to register an FIR, it's a minute's job. The fact is that the Congress party is not doing it. The Congress party is passing all kinds of remarks. Mr. Surjewala says about the Danish girl, and he talks about what happened with the Ugandan women, all that. But the question is, all you have to do is, the Home Minister has to call. Again, he is going on interrupting. I think he has lacked culture. He should apologize to you. Therefore, I am saying that why doesn't the Home Minister just call the police commissioner and say register an FIR?
Why doesn't he?
If you have admitted that what he's doing is wrong.
Arnab.
Why doesn't he?
An FIR is already lodged.
No, Arnab.
But an FIR is already lodged.
FIR is launched only on one offence. The whole idea of they should launch an FIR on the Chief Minister.
No. Please don't twist the facts. A Delhi court ordered the filing of an FIR in relation to the incident on January 15th. And that the video footage of the incident be shown to the women concerned. Now one of the women has identified Somnath Bharti as the man who led the mob. There is an investigative process which is underway.
I am not talking about Mr. Bharti, I am talking about the Chief Minister.
Well, I'm talking about the Home Minister.
Who broke the law, 144.
I'm talking about the Home Minister, and I want the esteemed Congress spokesperson to tell me. I want the esteemed Congress spokesperson to tell me and tell everyone watching the Newshour tonight that the Union Home Minister of India can do nothing. I want him to tell all the viewers tonight that the Union Home Minister can do nothing. Can you please say that? Are you saying that?
Sorry, I'm not going to oblige you by doing that because the Home Minister of India has upheld the majesty of law. Wisdom, it is his balanced and reasoned approach that avoided a constitutional stalemate. It is Home Minister
Gaurav Bhatia,
government
last
and the Lieutenant Governor's decision that ended in a perceived disruption of a national festival like 26th January. It is Home Minister of India who has acted in a very concerted, in a very balanced, in a very reasoned and out of his sheer experience of years in public life.
Out of his experience of years. No, 1 second. So you are saying, what you are saying is this, that the one, and don't interrupt, Gaurav, I'm coming to you. No, what you are saying is this in simple English.
Goswami, let me point out, an FIR is already lodged against him. Action would be taken, and the responsibility of taking action on the political front lies with the Chief Minister.
No.
And those questions should be answered by Mr. Bhatia.
Doesn't lie with the Congress who is supporting a minority government of the Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay, I'll answer it.
No, 1 second. The other.
Yes.
No. Mr. Bhatia.
Yes, what you are saying is right. Action should be taken by the citizen, taken by the Home Minister, central government, taken by anybody. Who said no? Why do you keep saying Bhatia? Bhatia is not defending crime.
Aam Aadmi Party's office and request your chief.
Now you see.
Suitable action.
I want to say one thing. Gentlemen.
So, Mr. Bhatia.
Gentlemen, gentlemen. No, gentlemen. Mr. Bhatia, please 1 minute. Mr. Bhatia, 1 minute. First of all.
Yeah.
First of all, I am touched.
Yeah.
I am touched today that both Subramanian Swamy and Randeep Surjewala have tried to use me as an instrument, don't interrupt me please, to say that each of the others should apologize to me. Now I am of a view that being called names is a professional hazard that all journalists face, and I face that as well, including the possibility of a boycott by a political party from participation in the Newshour if it feels the criticism is getting a little too strong. I take no offense to anything like that. I want no apology. I just want a healthy debate. My question and the last question is this. Don't get provoked, Randeep. But I'm going to interpret a little bit of what you said, okay? My interpretation of Randeep Singh Surjewala's comment is the following. Randeep Singh is saying, Randeep Singh Surjewala, a very eminent man, a man of great craft with words, great administrative experience, and one of the finest spokespersons of the Congress party. What he is saying is this, that our Home Minister has all the powers, but he also has a lot of wisdom. And his wisdom has told him not to use his powers. This is what Randeep Singh Surjewala has effectively said. Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, your response to Randeep Surjewala, don't respond. Randeep Surjewala, I also have a poetic license and a journalistic license to interpret what you said.
Gaurav, at least let me answer.
Gaurav Bhatia to Randeep Surjewala before we close.
I would just like to say this, Arnab.
Yes. Gaurav Bhatia.
Arnab, there is a contradiction in what you said to Mr. Surjewala. And the contradiction is this, that we want to insulate the police from political interference. The person who should have stood by the SHO should have been the Commissioner of Police and not the Home Minister.
Mr. Bhatia, don't censor the Samajwadi Party.
Register an FIR.
Ensured that those who were disrupting, hell-bent on disrupting a national festival, that all parties cutting across political spectrum celebrate and revel.
Now,
like the 26th January,
Mr. Surjewala,
not disrupted if avoiding a constitutional stalemate by years of wisdom,
what are you doing? Mr. Surjewala,
right, Mr. Goswami, I ask you today.
Mr. Surjewala, in a brazen display of verbal heckling, you are not letting Samajwadi Party speak. My question to him was,
no, Gaurav, I would never interrupt. He's also a personal friend and a
thank you. Let him complete then, with your permission.
I feel the same for you. Yeah.
Yes, Gaurav.
Arnab, I was just trying to make a point that what you said is actually contradictory, because what we are talking about is we aim to have a police force that is free of political interference. And in this case, if there is any person who should have stood by the SHO, it was the Commissioner of Police and not the Home Minister. The Commissioner of Police should have ordered an FIR to be registered, and that is most important. Why do we have to get ministers and politics in between? This is the rule of law, that the Commissioner of Police and SHO should have registered an FIR. And secondly, one more point, the manifesto of Aam Aadmi Party itself says that they would have citizen security force, especially for security of women. So, is this the security of women we are talking about, where they only talk about citizens of India
most dangerous
and
idea.
not about foreigner women?
Vigilante forces are a most dangerous idea.
Yes, they are.
Absolutely,
and on that note,
it is a dangerous idea.
On that note,
it is a dangerous idea.
Sankarshan, a vocal minister, lost his voice. A chief minister forgot his manifesto. And a home minister is so wise that he won't use his powers. Sankarshan, I don't know. Maybe we'll have a chat about what's going on in this country. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on Newshour Debate 1 tonight. Thank you very much indeed.